Webcast for Tuesday, November 4th. I'm South Ops meteorologist Jonathan O'Brien. The marine layer is about the same as it was yesterday, a little bit surprising given we had expected it to deepen a little more today. However, it is very possible that the low clouds and fog will be slower to clear today as increasing onshore flow entrenches that marine influence a little bit more. Otherwise, it's another sunny start in most areas, but clouds have filled in over Northern California as a weather system starts to affect the state. High pressure is still our dominant weather feature today, but it is continuing to weaken and push east as that Pacific weather system approaches. We're still going to see another mild and dry day across the region. In most cases, it will cool another couple of degrees versus yesterday, but that still leaves many areas in the mid-70s to low 80s. Minimum humidity will be mainly in the 15 to 30% range above and inland from the marine influence today, but with upper single digits and teens in the deserts as increasing westerly flow creates a downslope wind effect. Those winds are going to be a factor across the interior for the next day or so. The westerly flow will steadily increase today and really pick up tonight. Southwest to west winds of 25 to 35 miles per hour with gusts to 55 miles per hour and locally higher will surface across the mountain ridges and desert passes from tonight through Thursday morning. A high wind warning is in effect for all of Mono County, where you'll have the best chance of seeing some of those gusts 60 miles per hour or higher. Most of the region will see a substantial increase in humidity tonight and Wednesday as those winds pick up. Reference the scale at the bottom showing most areas well above 50% RH. However, the area to watch remains the deserts and desert slopes, particularly across Mono and Inyo counties, including in and around the Owens Valley. In those areas, there will be a prolonged period where lingering low humidity overlaps with the high winds, creating elevated to locally critical fire weather conditions. Rapid fire spread would be possible should an ignition occur in an area of dormant brush or dry or dead fuel bed from today into at least early tomorrow. Otherwise, there has been little change to the precipitation forecast. Wednesday is still looking like a wet day across much of central California, with showers continuing into the night. Amounts over our region continue to look light overall, with much heavier totals to our north. Amounts in central California will be mainly a quarter inch or less. However, the system has trended back a little further south, which gives us better confidence in amounts of half an inch to an inch across the central Sierra, and also some enhancement along the Big Sur coast where similar totals of half an inch to an inch could occur. Mostly dry weather will continue across Southern California, though a much deeper marine layer may bring some patchy drizzle Wednesday or Thursday mornings. All areas will dry out during the day on Thursday. And this will be a warm weather system with snow levels even across the High Sierra, mainly at or above 8,000 feet. And while it is a warm system, temperatures will cool several more degrees on Wednesday and then change little on Thursday, with valley highs dropping into the upper 60s and 70s. And as mentioned, there will also be a large increase in humidity on Wednesday away from the deserts, which will remain drier. By late in the week, we will return to the prevailing pattern of high pressure that we've been in lately. We'll see a steady warming and drying trend from Friday through the weekend, especially over Southern California, with valley highs returning to the 70s and 80s. Here are the forecast highs by Saturday. To go along with that warming trend, northerly winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts to 40 miles per hour will surface across north wind-prone areas from Santa Barbara County eastward to the Grapevine and the Mojave Slopes from Thursday night through at least Saturday morning. Humidity will be mostly 30% or above, but it may be a little drier during the day on Friday. Nonetheless, there shouldn't be any significant fire weather issues with those northerly winds. From there, fairly light but steady and locally breezy northeast to east flow is likely across Southern California this weekend and into Monday, especially in the mountains and canyons as high pressure builds in. This light offshore flow will be accompanied by RH values likely falling into the upper single digits and teens, which will probably create at least locally elevated fire weather conditions, though critical conditions look unlikely. And finally, while it's still a ways out, we continue to see strong indications of a major pattern change by the second half of next week, when a strong Pacific storm will likely bring much colder weather and widespread precipitation to the region. Dead fuel moistures will begin to level out and increase the next couple of days, then start to dry again late in the week. The ongoing green up and increased live fuel moistures thanks to rain in October continues to greatly limit fire potential overall, but the extent of these effects will continue to vary by location, elevation, and aspect until additional widespread rain occurs. Large fire potential will remain very low overall the next several days, but that large fire probability number has ticked up today, and while it's a pretty small area, the big exception where fire potential will increase is those areas east of the Sierra Crest in Mono and Inyo counties late today and Wednesday as that dry and windy period occurs. We may see fire potential, at least in terms of initial attack, tick up again this weekend as that warmer weather and light offshore flow pattern develops over Southern California. So no major concerns, but a couple of items to watch. That's it for today's webcast. Thanks for joining us. The next one will be on Wednesday, November 5th.